The BeamChecker Plus is an ion chamber-based array with 8 parallel plate ion chambers in the unit. There's inherent buildup both for electrons and photons. It can do metrics and measurements of constancy, flatness, and symmetry in the cobalt range up to 25 MeV, as well as 6 to 25 MeV for electrons as well. You can track up to 9 individual radiation treatment machines. So if you're a small two Linac department, one should suffice you for covering your 2 Linacs. If you're a larger center with a bunch of Linacs, you can do it with a single unit, but typically, there's multiple units for multiple Linacs. You can within the software, you can trend results and generate easy to read reports, and I'll touch on those a little bit as we move along. And there's also, as you can see, the unit is sitting on a power and data cradle, which charges the unit, but also gives you a download to the PC, so you can download your monthly a month's worth of readings and metrics over the course of the unit. So easy to do, and I'll kind of touch all that as I go through the presentation. A couple of nice things about our BeamChecker Plus. Quite honestly, it's probably the least cumbersome and easiest to use, just because we have what we call the patented wire-free mode. It basically allows you to put the unit on the table, no cables, no connection to the PC, nothing. Everything is self-contained with the unit. It's a software-free solution, so it's quick and easy for the therapist to do their morning checks with minimal prep and minimal setup. You get immediate pass and fail indicators on the unit for each beam parameter. That's your flatness, your symmetry, both axial and transverse, and your central constancy. And a really nice thing we have is what we call the automatic energy detection. So basically, when you first get the unit, you teach it the characteristics of each energy. And then it basically learns, okay, that was my 10x beam, that was my 6x beam, that was my 18x beam. It recognizes those as you treat them, so you don't have to go in and you can deliver the energies in any order. You just you hit it with a certain energy, it will automatically reset, move on to the next energy. So it's a very easy system to use. There's no manual resets or no set cues you have to do for the BeamChecker Plus. Again, like I mentioned, there's integrated buildup, so the measurements perform near or beyond that Dmax for improved repeatability. We can do not only static, but we also have dynamic QA mode, so you can do rapid arc and VMAT deliveries. We have specific tomotherapy capabilities as well. You can do constancy checks for wedged beams, both physical and dynamic virtual wedges. And we also have an accessory that allows you to a CyberKnife functionality as well. So there's automatic temperature and pressure correction and compensation within the unit. Plus, there's also a real-time clock stamp, so all your data points are stamped with a time and date. And then we also have kind of for lack of a better term, I call it a sandbox. It's something you can play in physics mode. It gives you kind of a little more openness to use the device as kind of almost like an electrometer and give you various readings, and I'll kind of touch on that as well. But as far as your configuration, you do your baseline setup, you place the unit on the couch, and this is the only time it needs to be connected to the PC, really. And basically, this is where you're teaching the unit your different energy characteristics. So you can either connect it with a serial cable, or we also have a Bluetooth option that makes it a wireless system. And you define your action levels in the unit. You teach the BeamChecker Plus each energy, and then use those same parameters then on your daily measurements as well. So it's a pretty quick and easy setup for doing the baseline. So once you have your parameters set in the software, you just deliver your normal Linac beam information, the one beam, and then you repeat that for each energy. So you do your 6, you do your 10, you do your 18, what have you, and it will automatically work through. And then you take that unit, place it on the cradle, And then you're ready for daily QA because you're charged and ready to go. So then for each morning after after the baselining is done, the next day you're ready to do your daily QA. You got the wire-free mode. Again, you just pick it up off the cradle and place it on the couch, line it up to your radiation, or sorry, your light field. No cables, no software. You can see it's got a large readout there, just RDY saying it's ready. And you can aim your patient camera in vault camera to the readout, so you'll easy to see that. And you deliver your beam for any baseline that you have set. You deliver that beam, for example, again 6x. So I deliver that, and you can see the readout will give you a spinning lines telling you that it's receiving radiation, and it'll tell you, okay, that was my 6x beam. I recognized it, and if everything is well, it will automatically reset, give you a ready we'll give you a ready indicator again, and then you can just deliver your 10x beam or your 18 or whatever energy you have. So they're all saved in the beam checker automatically, and it readies for the next beam. In this case, there's something out of tolerance. You will see as a receiving radiation the spinning lines again, but then if there is something, an error of sorts, either a caution or a full error, you'll actually receive notification of what those errors were. And here you can see CST, that's a constancy error. TSM is your transverse symmetry. ASM is your axial symmetry, and the FLT is your flatness. If there's 3 X's, for some reason it did not recognize the beam, it may have been misaligned, or you tried to deliver a beam there was no baseline set up for, etc. Or if everything was fine, you'll see 12, 12E in this case is showing you that was the 12 electron energy. So if there's more than one error, so for example, if you have a transverse and a axial symmetry, it'll cycle through those as well. So it'll say TSM, then ASM, then TSM, then ASM, and kind of a stopgap for safety. If there is an error, you do need to go into the room to physically manually reset the unit. But that's the only time you'd have to enter the room is if there was some sort of error. So you can see there's also an audible alert. So then for electrons, as you go in to put your electron cone, you just need to flip the device over because the electron side is on one and the photon side is on the other because of the different buildups. So you go in the room to put your electron cone on anyway. So that's the only time you need to re-enter the room is for the addition of the electron cone and flipping the unit. And then when you're done with that routine, you return to the cradle. Again, it automatically charges. And then you can also choose to upload from the device your readings. The device will hold up to 30 days, 30 days of information and readings for really any number of Linacs. So that 30 days will be held there. So if you don't want to have to maybe analyze the data every day, if everything is fine, you can just place it on the cradle and you're ready to go on with your day. But you can as you periodically do download the data, you've got you can see here your trending lines. Gives you the ability to see the trending either in the chart view here, the graphic view, or you can also see it in a table view, and then you'll see your numerical readouts as well as your pass green, caution yellow, fail red indicators on the report as well. And that table view information can be exported right to Excel in the form of a Excel file, so a CSV file. And here's just a couple more examples of the actual reports. You can see the trending report up front with the trend lines, or you can see the table report behind that showing you again the results, the date and this timestamp. You can choose if you don't want to chart one, if for some reason there was a human error with setup of the unit and there was a failure. you can choose to deselect that charting if you want. So, but you can't delete it; it'll always be there. So there's always you always have the information for every measurement. There's other different software modes. There's actually, if you do want to connect to a PC and run it in what we call real-time mode, you can do that, and then you can control the unit and see the actual results at the PC on the software. So that functionality is there. But again, even if it's connected, the energy is automatically detected. The gives you a little more detail as far as your numerical differences, things like that, and you get to see the color-coded action levels. Yellow again is a caution, green is a pass, red is a fail, and those thresholds can be set when you baseline the unit. They come preset 3 and 5%, but you can loosen or tighten those as you see fit. As I mentioned, you can also do dynamic beam machine QA. So the beam QA for dynamic, basically very similarly, but you actually build a plan around the unit. You CT the unit, then you contour and the chambers, build a plan around those chambers, and then you deliver that plan to the unit, and then you just deliver that plan on a daily basis, the rotational plan, and you get your specific results there as well. And that also is wire-free compatible, so you can do those with no connection to the PC. We've got a gantry mount available, so if you wanted to check if there's any discrepancies in the metrics with different gantry angles, you can certainly do that. If gantry sag introduces any functional errors or cautions, you can see that utilizing the gantry mount. So that's kind of just an overview of the BeamChecker Plus. It's again, like I said, one of the most simple, fastest, reliable daily QA devices out there. Completely wire free. It's a quick, easy setup for software less operation. You can do it as a standalone device. It's got that integrated buildup and high quality design of the parallel plate ion chambers. We've been building ion chambers for close to 35 years now, and then we have also, years ago, we also acquired X-Rated ion chambers. So we've got a very, very long history in ion chamber manufacturing and in building stable, high quality ion chambers. That automatic energy detection helps makes things smoother and quicker, but also helps prevent mistakes because you just set it up once and you don't have to run a certain Q and there's no mismatching of energies. You can always, it will know if it's a 6, it will know if it's a 10, it will know if it's an 18 MV device. So you've got that automatic energy detection to help along with that and speed things and get you through your morning QA. It's a very robust system with 2-year warranty. Everybody else in the industry pretty much only has a 1-year warranty on their device. We have a loaner program as well. If for some reason you do need to send one in, we can offer a loaner as well. Very intuitive trending and reporting of data. It's very very quick, easy to read reports for record keeping, and you can see those in both either trending charts or the actual chart view of the readings. You can do those rotational measurements as well for the tomotherapy, for rapid arc, for VMAT, electronic dynamic wedges, virtual wedges, what have you. So that's all capable as well. So, and then another nice thing too is we've got a software package called QA Pilot, which is kind of our QA database software. So that's a kind of a storehouse of all your QA data, be it your daily data, your TG51, your monthly, your annuals, what have you. Will enable you to kind of keep and consolidate all that in one management software called QA Pilot. And these these results from the BeamChecker Plus can automatically be pushed up to that QA pilot and populated, and then you can review those within QA pilot. You can print out reports, more detailed reports as well from that. You can manage all your Linacs in your clinic, do analysis of all your different QA. If you're a site that may be under a group of facilities, you can contrast and compare your results with another center's results in your group, things like that. So it's a very, very smart software. It's cloud-based, so everything is stored up on Amazon Web Services, well encrypted servers. So the data is always there; it's always available to you, and very well secured. So that's all available as well. If you want to take a look at QA Pilot, as I mentioned at the beginning of the webcast, is that we do offer scheduled webinars for QA Pilot as well. So you can take a look at our schedule and see if there's one upcoming, or again, there are recorded webinars on our website that you can go and look at the pre-recorded ones as well. But it's a very nice software package. It's very it's a nice storehouse of data and information of all your quality assurance tests for your department. Anything from the morning door lock to make sure the door is set to your full annual scans, things like that. So it goes from very basic to very complex, as far as what you want to produce reports for and review those statistics and QA tests. So feel free to take a look at that if you're interested. We can certainly set up a demo for that. But other than that, that's kind of all I have today. I just wanted to give you a quick overview of the BeamChecker Plus. Again, it's a very easy unit. We've had some facilities out there. One actually coined it the therapist's best friend because it's a very easy device to use, very quick in the morning. There's not a lot of setup. There's no cabling. There's things like that. So it's a very quick and easy system to use. But thank you very much. Again, my name is Hugh Peterson. Feel free to email me, hpeterson@standardimaging.com, if you have questions beyond what might have been answered here, but I'll take a quick look and see if there are any questions. And it does not look like there are any questions. So either I put you up, wait a minute, there is one. Yes, for daily and electron beam QA, are the field sizes fixed at 20 by 20? It is a 20 by 20 device. Yeah, we did that by design just because, being a morning check device, we wanted it to be quick and easy. And typically, with a 20 by 20 field, kind of gives you a nice in between your 10 by 10 and your 30 by 30. You probably see discrepancies, at 10 by 10 and 30 by 30 like you would at 20 by 20. So that's why we keep it at just a single field size. Where are the 8 ion chambers located? Okay, hopefully you can see my cursor here, but there's basically there's points crosshairs on the field itself here. So there's one in the center. There's one on each of these lines here going out in your axial and your in-plane and your cross-plane. And then there's 3 additional ones in the center here, here, and here. And those center ones are actually your energy detection ion chambers. So these are the ones that detect and have the buildup on them for the different energies and give you that automatic energy detection when you deliver your 6 or your 8 and your 12 or your 18, and how it differentiates those different energies. So that's where those 3 sit. So how would the positions interfere when VMAT or EDWs are used? So basically, when the tests are done, the daily tests, because you're doing a baseline and you're setting up for an EDW, it's the EDW, because of the shape of the wedge and the delivery of the wedge, will still deliver the same the same positional detection of those chambers. So since they don't move, and basically, when you set up your wedge baselines, you tell if it's either toe in, toe out, toe up, toe down. So you put in the differentiator of the position of your wedges. As far as VMAT goes, you're basically, as I mentioned, you kind of you actually build a plan around the detectors in the device. So you basically you contour each of those detectors from a CT set. You take a CT scan of the unit, bring that into the treatment planning system, build a plan around those chambers, and then daily you would essentially deliver that exact same rotational plan to the device. So while it will irradiate and the eight detectors will get measurement, they will always be the same because you're delivering that same plan on a daily basis. So it's no different than really delivering a static beam. You're still delivering energy to each of those 8 chambers, and the 3 energy detecting chambers actually will have the same reading every day because you're delivering the same beams every day, regardless of whether it's a static beam or a rotational beam. So there's not really any interference with it at all. I think that's all the questions. Like I said, you can either, if you have other questions, you can email sales@standardimaging.com, or you can email me again, H. Petersen, that's Petersen, @standardimaging.com with any questions as well. So, but I thank you very much for your time. I hope I've answered some questions and at least given you an idea of what our BeamChecker Plus is and how easy it is to use. I look forward to more webinars for different products in the future. So if there's anything else you need for daily, monthly, or annual QA, feel free to take a look at our website, and we have those scheduled webinars for that as well. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you all have a good day or a good afternoon or evening.